So this is a story that I've been following a little bit because, well, I find it a little interesting because I want to see what happens to this person. So to give you a little bit of a TLDR, in case you missed my previous videos on the subject, you have this woman named Lauren Pazienza. She's 26 years old, and she's basically a rich socialite. Her family, very successful, owns some basically third-generation building or business, and it's very successful, one of the most successful in New York. They own this entire building, I think. Like, they own a lot of stuff, basically. They're very rich. And she doesn't have a job. Her job is basically being a socialite, going to high-end parties and living the life. Very spoiled, never had to work a day in her life, probably. I think she had like a small job doing something, but nothing big. Like, here you go. She earned a bachelor's degree from the Fashion Institute of Technology. So there you go on that one. The story here, and the reason that I'm covering this is because allegedly, because she hasn't been convicted yet, but it sure as hell does look like she did it. Allegedly, this woman right here was coming out of a subway incident. I'll just read it to you what happened, but she was at the subway, and apparently Lauren was very upset. So she went and shoved this woman, and it ended up killing her. And then she ran, tried to get away. Like, she ran and hid out at her parents' home, deleted all of her social media. So she's like deleting evidence, and she tried to hide from the cops. And they were trying to get her out of jail, but that has failed. She's now being held without bail. So she's got to sit in jail now until all this goes through. They were trying to get her out of jail, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Lauren Pazienza was ordered by a judge in Manhattan Supreme Court Tuesday to be held without bail because she was considered a flight risk. And she was considered a flight risk because she hid from the police for a week and hid all of her evidence by deleting all of her social media. That's probably not the best idea. There's a lot of evidence against her, too. She was running around using her, well, she was with her boyfriend. I think her boyfriend was using the card. And because of that, like, there's a paper trail of like them pretty much leading up to where they shove her. They got her on camera too, right here, like near the scene. This is her. And like, she lingered around, like after she shoved that woman, and that woman was like laying on the ground bleeding. She was just arguing with her boyfriend the whole time. It was really messed up. She's a spoiled bitch. That's it. And there's history of her being that way because people that she bullied growing up have come forward saying, yeah, she's nasty. So here's the story. A New York City event planner accused of shoving 87-year-old Broadway vocal coach to her death is being held without bail for being a flight risk. Lauren Pazienza, 26, was indicated last month on charges of manslaughter and assault after allegedly pushing Barbara Gustrin onto a sidewalk or calling her a bitch in the Manhattan neighborhood of Chelsea on March 10th. Prosecutors say Pazienza, who is the daughter of a Long Island cesspool mogul, pushed the vocal coach and then watched as an ambulance crew took the frail older woman away with blood seeping from her head. The young socialite appeared in Manhattan Supreme Court on Tuesday, where a judge ordered her to be held without bail because she was considered a flight risk. Pazienza's lawyer and parents remained silent, refusing to speak to reporters as they left court on Tuesday. The Long Island woman faces up to 25 years in jail if convicted. The attack unfolded around 8:30 p.m. on March 10th when Gustrin was walking towards a cab outside her Chelsea apartment building when she was pushed from behind. She was helped back up by a cyclist and was taken to the hospital covered in blood after hitting her head on the cement and died from her injuries 5 days later. Because she lost consciousness, Gustrin told police and friends Before she lost consciousness, Gustin told police and a friend that an unfamiliar woman crossed the street, approached her directly, called her a bitch, and shoved her as hard as she had ever been hit in her life. And that's like the strange thing. So she doesn't know this woman. It looks like her and her boyfriend were having an argument, so maybe they were mad. Maybe she like stepped in front of her. I don't know. But the one thing I can tell you is this Lauren woman sounds very entitled, very spoiled and entitled, and everything has to go her way. Kind of like an AH, a misheard. That's what she reminds me of. So she just goes over there, shoves that woman, calls her a B, and the woman busts her head and dies from it. This is entitled, spoiled brat. And you're not going to get away with it this time, basically. And I don't think her parents can buy her out of it because of all this stuff. She's going to end up probably doing jail time for sure. I don't know how much, but she's for sure going to get some jail time because of what she did. After the attack, she went back home to Astoria, Queens, quit her job at a store in Chelsea, deleted all social media, and took down a website advertising her wedding this June, prosecutors say. So she essentially erased her social media presence completely, which looks really bad. It also looks bad that she fled to her parents' home in Long Island and stashed her phone at her aunt's so police wouldn't find it. And then, of course, Pazienza's attorney says there's no proof that she pushed her. They don't have direct proof, but they have enough. It'll be an interesting case. The paper trail right here. So they have this record right here because she was with her fiance and they used it in all these different spots. They also have them on camera footage. Like they have enough to kind of make a pretty solid case. Plus her running looks really bad. If you're not guilty, why are you running and hiding in Long Island? Why are you deleting all of your social media? It looks bad. And they're going to have all these people, I would think maybe that have come forward, come in and do character like witness stuff because so many people have said that she's been a bully. So it's kind of fun to see some people get their up and comings here, and that's what's happening. Like I've been following this case, and I probably will file it when it goes to trial because I'm interested to see if her lawyers can get her out of this. She's probably going to take some kind of a plea deal. I don't know. Maybe they won't even do one because I don't think you really need to. We'll see what happens. Anyway, let me know what you think is going to happen. Do you think her parents are going to get her out of it? What do you think? Either way, she's sitting in jail right now. She can't get out because she's a flight risk because the idiot ran. She hadn't ran and just turned herself in, she'd be out on bail right now. At least that. So have fun sitting in jail. No caviar for you, I think. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what you think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.